Some racket on that. It is what it is, right? Never ran into that. Fucking silly. I didn't know. I wanted to make sure. He was right there.
How we doing, everybody? Jumping in here, we got Zach Knott and Tim Joyce. I was over sweating the match, so I did not catch the first rack, but we're jumping in now. A little bit overcut, one ball. Ooh.
Elaine Everly to table 16. Elaine Everly to table 16. You're on the clock.
Sorry, I'm on a new computer setup trying to figure out how everything was working here. Tim gets a nice breakout, a little delicate. Oh. I'm gonna refresh really quickly. Go full screen on this. How do I go full screen on this?
As full as you get.
That's as full as it gets? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
We're just getting started. I want to put that right in time so we don't get dinged for.
Zach has a little bit of a funny lay here. I don't think you can draw out of this. Yeah, he's kind of looking at the natural line. About as slow as you can hit that, I think would end up center table. Ooh. Really loaded up at the outside. Think we'll likely see him try and somehow squeeze the cue or a ball in between those two just to kind of take over the pocket. Probably play it into the bottom side of the one ball, so the 8 ensures coverage on the 6 ball. Tricky spot here. Fire at the bank. That's what he's going for. Got Patrick Nix about ready to jump in.
What's up, Trevor?
Welcome, Patrick.
Great. I love day 3 of singles. I think it's fun. It's really exciting. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. We're getting to see the best of the best.
Look outside pocket. Whoa. I enjoy playing Lincoln City, but I think that I also enjoy commentating these final matches more than I do playing. Just out here, you're getting to commentate on all your buddies playing and everybody's sweating their action.
Yep. And now, when do you play next, Trevor?
I think I'm going to be playing the ring game tonight. I'm out of the tournament.
You're out. Okay. Sorry to bring that up.
No.
But there's a ring game going on, and that's your thing. Ring game, you got to defend your title.
That's what they're telling me. We'll have some fun with it.
Yeah.
I mean, ring games you gotta have the right opportunities at the right times.
So these players, Zach KNOTT, you're familiar with, right? With being from the Medford area.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. He's from the Medford area. We won 9-ball singles and platinum a couple years back with him, me, and Alex Brown. I play on Zach's team at Rackham. We just were down in Vegas playing as a team. So yeah, I played with him a few times.
Nice. And one thing I like about Zach's is his demeanor. He's always very, very, I guess just chill is the word. He doesn't seem like he really gets upset or excited or like overconfident or any of that stuff. It seems like he's very even keel, and that's a really good quality to have.
Yeah, it's for any pool player, that's an acquired trait. It's not something that just comes naturally for anybody because it's it's a game that has a lot of frustration in it, and you got to kind of find a way to work your way through that. The more I see him progress with it, reminds me of Albin Ocean. He's going to have that very calm and collected approach. Very nice little breakout there.
I would say that's actually a really good person to say he's sort of emulates the personality of is Albin Ocean. I would say whenever I'm watching Albin, it looks like he's like sleepwalking.
It does.
When he's kind of going around the table, it looks like he's just in a daze, like almost somebody that's just taken too many Prozac or something. That's just,
It does. The most upset I've seen him is when his eyebrows go up and his eyes kind of go,
Yep.
like I just woke up in the morning and this is kind of rough. That's
the most emotion that you see out of Oshwin. Yeah, and it's good to be even keel. If you can handle the emotions, man, you're ahead of a lot of players in this game.
Yeah. Looks like he's got the 6. If he does, that definitely opens up the rest of the rack.
Now, what about Tom Joyce? How are you familiar with this player?
I know him. I haven't had the opportunity to watch him shoot all that much. I know him and Joel played Elite Scotch. One of the years he was just up at the 625 and below that Jesse just ran.
Mm-hmm.
He is a very capable player.
Yeah, as a 6'11 Fargo, and he's got 2,700 games of robustness, so that's pretty accurate, most likely. And he's from Surrey, BC. That's a suburb of the Vancouver, BC area up in Canada. A great new pool hall that just opened up in Surrey is called Snooked. Or Snooked, I think is what they call it. And they've got a ton of great Mr. Sun tables in there. Lots of good action. They've also got EvoSports in there on a couple of tables. So check them out if you're ever up in the BC area. Tom Joyce making quick work of that. So Zach, what is his Fargo?
I think he's around 6.
I got you.
6 single digits.
I got you. I'm on it.
604, 605.
604 from Jacksonville, Oregon. Now, where is Jacksonville?
Jacksonville is right next to Medford.
Okay.
It's a little, use your word, suburb.
Suburb. Yeah.
It's a historical area as far as they keep everything. They have a very strict code to keep everything as original as possible because it's
okay.
got a lot of old school.
It's historic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like towns like that. I always joke about you being in Medford. It's like you're going back home to Northern California.
I mean, that's where I was born and raised, was Northern California. I mean, 60 miles south of where I'm living now. So it's
right.
It is all kind of, we're barely in Oregon.
All the way down there in Southern Oregon. Medford, though, great pool scene. You guys have a lot of great talent. There's you, there's Alex Brown, and you got Zach. And out of that area, Julian is a great player, and just so much talent going on down there. For
John Tell also.
Oh yeah, John Tell. I can't forget him, of course.
Which is our entire platinum team.
Right. I just
yeah
rattled off.
Yeah. So teams are funny though. I mean, you can have one match where everybody's rolling and you just steamroll, and then the next match, everybody's struggling. And it goes the other way.
Oh, Angel just said it's actually pronounced Snook D is the pool hall in Surrey, BC. Snook D. Oh, and a missed shot from Tom. He was really trying hard to open up that 13 ball, which he did.
He broke that 13 ball out perfectly. Hey, they're using a 10 ball rack on an 8 ball. I've used that a time or two. It's
not bad.
It's not bad. It gets most of the job done. Is that still open? No, maybe.
I don't think so. No, I think.
Sorry,
I think Tom took stripes.
Yeah. think he wants to. Oh, where's the mouse? Right here. Oh, it's got that. It's a little thin on the 1, but I think take the 4 and get a little bit better on it from here. Like the 5 ball for your key ball. Interesting. Oh, he might be actually. I like this pattern too. You can take the 6 to the 4, then play the 1 to the 5. And
Yeah, that's a nice pattern.
Zach's got a good head on his shoulders for seeing 8-ball patterns, especially. Play a lot with him back home in league.
You guys are going to be a strong team in Platinum.
There's a lot of strong teams.
That's
And
true.
like,
that's true.
Like the thing that I always say about teams is like the camaraderie and everybody playing comfortable together, because not one guy that wins it. Kill shot there with some inside.
He's got a little more angle than I think he was hoping for. I think he can still,
Draw straight out of it and right here.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Looks like it's more angle that's going to take it into a more steeper line. Yeah, he's good. Great shot. Good pattern from Zach.
Ties with this 8-ball, he'll tie it up 2-2.
I like his mechanics. Very good. And let's hit up a quick commercial for the Roadhouse Bar and Grill in Eugene, Oregon. Great new place. You got to check them out.
All right, Zach to break.
Second ball break. We've been seeing mostly head ball breaks from the last couple of matches, but Zach likes that second ball break. He pockets the ball in the corner pocket. Loses the cue ball a little bit, but he should be okay. If he wants to attack this rack right now, the 5 ball down to, right there, that's the way to get started if you want to go on the offense early. But so the thing is, though, Stripes doesn't really have anything that you... Well, the 12 is a problem for Stripes, I guess, sitting next to the 8 ball. He is taking Stripes. Looks like he's going on that 13. And he's got himself a look at the... Does a 12 have a gap there between the 8 and the 11?
Shadows make me think is really, really close. I think that if he can't pocket it right now, playing the 9 and kind of nudging it, he's got to be careful because the 8 ball is going to end up tracking near the 5 if you clip it thin.
Yeah, you can unlock one problem and create another. How many of us have done that?
That's why I'm out of the tournament.
Yeah. 9 ball. It goes into the 10. This is not great. Well, the 15 now is his next shot. Okay. I see what he's doing.
I kind of like this. You can play the
I
15, get on the 11, and play the 11 into the 12, nudging it out.
Now that's saving your breakout for very late in the rack, and you don't want to. I mean, you never want to, but it might be the opportunity that he has, right?
Yeah.
Is play the 15 to a position on the 11 to break out the 12, and that's what he's going to have to do here.
He's got a good safety ball in the 10 ball. Like, I don't think you want to like crush into this ball.
When you say safety ball, you mean just ball to set up on. If he comes full into the 12, he'll be guaranteed to look at the 10. If he glances off the edge of the 12, he could get in trouble.
I think he'll still have the...
Just a nudge. Oh, my goodness. Now we're in trouble. We're in trouble, and he's got a line that goes away from...
Unless it goes in the hole right now. He's not...
His line is going to have to... He's going to have to stun this off the rail, and then get shape.
He's playing it. Must have just
does it? Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind.
Hey.
We were assuming that it didn't go because of how close it looked to the 8 ball, but obviously being at the table, you can see everything.
Straight across with a little bit of stun and play the 8 in the side. Or you can take it in the corner, but I think the side's the way.
Beautiful.
What an out by Zach.
Yeah, very nicely managed here. And a break and run from Zach KNOTT to take the lead.
What's up, Chuck?
And I'm going to go to a quick video commercial for EvoSports. Introducing EvoSports, the future of live streaming. It's now easier than ever to stream and share your action. We use the best equipment for high-quality HD image. Invite a commentator from anywhere in the world. EvoSports is the evolution in billiards entertainment. Live streaming has never been easier. Simply enter your name, add your race length, and start your stream. Join us on YouTube at EvoSports Streaming or at evosports.live. All right. We're having too much fun back here.
We are.
It is. Sometimes it is almost more fun commentating than playing in the tournaments.
It's definitely less stressful.
No kidding.
13 ball.
13 goes. Cue ball is back in the pocket.
Lots of problems here.
Yeah, so Tom now has to navigate some tricky stuff here. Whew.
Yeah, that's a...
I tell you, I like solids because you have much more opportunity to get a ball in hand safety play with solids down, up in that end of the table. So I think you take the 2, but where do you got to put a draw stroke on that, from inside the corner pocket. You can access the bottom of the cue ball from that, position. You can also go forward if you like the 2. You can also go forward and try to bring the cue ball down here and maybe potentially break that out. I don't know. Oh. So he's taking stripes, he's taking stripes.
He called the bank on the 12.
Well, this does get him out of trouble if he makes the bank. Could go off the 14. In fact, it would be favorable to take that off the 14, probably.
Not if the 15 goes. Whoa, a little wide.
Quite a bit wide. Oh, and it lands in a pretty favorable spot for stripes. That's going to... Now, safety time.
3 ball.
Yeah, just go ahead and roll up on that 3. It's kind of a no-brainer here, right? There's nothing else. There's nothing else to play with that, and it solves 2 things. One, it probably gets you a ball in hand, potentially gets you a ball in hand on your next turn, and then 2, it opens up that so you don't have to mess with a combo or anything tricky later on. You do have to hit this with some finesse, very soft. You don't want the 3 to come back and bump into the 6 or the cue ball or anything. So really soft, slow roll. Pretty good. I think he's opened it enough to where the 3 can play. I think.
I mean, cue ball position is fantastic. It's just if he has enough.
Yeah, that was the top priority. Top priority was cue ball. Second priority was open up the 3 ball.
I actually really like the placement of those 2 balls with a tricky rack like this because it just gives you such a huge margin for error for safety play. You can kick in behind that.
Oh, right.
And really tie somebody up.
Good point. So a 2-rail kick, and he just barely hits the 2 first. He called that 14, and that would have been a great 2-rail kick shot highlight, but just brushes the 2. So ball in hand for Zach, as he was hoping for.
I'm not going to lie. I would do the exact same thing and just put it behind the 3 if it doesn't go right now and just leave it right there and nudge it.
Yeah.
Nudge it out.
It's not a bad play, but
if it goes, you don't have to worry about doing that. Like what he's looking at here is running the 1 into the 7.
Yep.
Don't have a lot of
they're running the cue ball.
net.
Running the cue ball into the 7, right?
Yeah.
Yep. But where's your next shot?
That's kind of fun to have the 7.
Okay, now we might come into play what you were talking about with this potential for a safety on those balls. Not sure how much he can see in here. Oh, he's got the 3 ball.
Yeah, I think
he's calling the 3. It does play here. Oh, he goes rail first.
Clever.
Yeah, he's not out of the woods just yet. He's going to have to do a little bit more work. And it's getting riskier every shot. Because now his little safety net of the safeties, his cover is blown.
Yeah, his cover is blown for sure.
Got it.
Taking a look at the 5 in the side.
Ooh, I don't like it.
I don't. Yeah, it's being up against the rail where you don't have draw to kind of get onto your 6. You're kind of tracking underneath of it.
Yeah.
Maybe he's calling the combo?
Does he have the 6 ball? He might have the 6.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Watch out for the side pocket. Oh, yeah, no problems.
Yeah.
I didn't think you could see the cut angle on the 6.
It's hard to tell. Maybe next year we'll try to get a multi-cam setup on each table. That would be pretty cool if we had a front view and a side view from each table. Anything's possible with EvoSports. We can make it happen.
I play a lot of 8-ball pool, the game on your phone.
Yeah.
And that overhead view, like that's where I actually started playing pool as a kid. It was actually on Pogo Pool. So that overhead view, I've played more games in that format than I have with a cue in my hand.
So you appreciate the overhead view?
Oh, I absolutely love it.
Right.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Uncharacteristic miss there.
Yeah, that is most likely going to cost him. Yeah, Tom's got a really good opportunity here now. He's taking it in the corner, which is what you should do here. He had the option to take that in the side, but good players know that just because it's a closer pocket doesn't mean it's the better choice. So might go 11 in the side here just to get that taken care of now. Probably a stop shot here just to have the perfect angle on the 9. Yep. Float up for the 8 in the bottom left corner. And she wrote. That was your circle?
It's
pretty close. He's happy with this.
Yeah.
Perfection is the goal. It's rarely achieved, but it's always good to have the goal of perfection.
This is a game of adaptation. Perfection is very fleeting.
Yes.
At BiggleBox.com, you're not just a customer, you're the king. Join our rewards program and watch the perks rain down on you. BiggleBox.com, where kings are made.
Bratley's.com, billiard glasses. If you wear glasses and play pool, you gotta have billiard glasses. Trevor wears them. It instantly increased his Fargo by about 50 points when he got the billiard glasses. And because if you can see better, you can play better. And I'll tell you, those things, when you put them on and you're down on your shot, your head doesn't need to move, and you can see the entire table very clearly.
I remember when I first had glasses that I didn't have to like look over the top of to shoot, and I was like, oh my gosh, when a shot is down far away, I can actually see the edge of the ball. Y'all are in trouble now.
And you definitely jumped a skill level when you got those billiard glasses. I'm not kidding. I joke around when they play the commercial. I said it's guaranteed to raise your Fargo 50 points. You know, it's obviously that's a joke, but it's true. If you can see better, you can play better.
Yeah, and I mean the comfortability that comes with just being able to see, like, your confidence skyrockets.
Well, I don't wear glasses, but just seeing how much better you play with the billiard glasses, I almost want to get some, even if they're just plain clear lenses. Maybe I'll just get them anyway so I can feel like, look, they won't be prescription. I just want regular glass, but I want the billiard glasses.
What's funny is I've gotten more people ask me for action when I have my billiard glasses on than I used to as well, because they're like, oh, this guy thinks he's good.
Really?
Yeah. It's like when I'm in a new spot and they don't know.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So you think it makes you look like a fish? You know,
I don't know if it makes you look like a fish. I just think it makes you look like you're taking things. Like if you're willing to wear glasses that are not as stylish as some would choose into a pool room.
Like you're an APA 5 that thinks he's really good?
No, not necessarily. I think that, and it's not like they think they have your number. It's just more like, oh, this guy probably shoots some, so like let's see what he can do. More or less of a mindset.
Okay. All right, so Zach with a second ball break pockets the ball in the corner just like previously, but as the challenge with the second ball break is you end up with clusters that you have to maneuver. And so let's see how. Yeah, this is going to be tough. Breaking that out from the bottom was really a tall order because so many balls had to move and the energy just gets killed out of everything. And you end up with something like this afterwards. So bad spot for Zach.
If you play one pocket, this shot comes up quite frequently.
Oh, I know the shot. You're just talking about thinning off the ball, bringing the cue ball sort of back down to here. Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, as close to the rail as you can kind of muster. Put a little bit of elevation on your cue. You're actually really thinning into the one and letting the bend and outside English bring it back.
You're right. This comes up a lot in one pocket. So he's not going for that. He's calling safe, and he's going to thin the one and try to move that 14 ball up table a bit. And he's got the cue ball on the rail. Excellent shot from Zach. I really like what he did there because he really kind of opened things up a little bit and played a good safety. Tom has this, but it's very not appealing, but it is there. And the 6 ball kind of is there to maybe hold the cue ball a little bit. What do you think? Would you take that on, Trevor, from this spot, or you see a safety that's better?
I probably wouldn't take it on just because not knowing how I'm going to end up on the 6 and being anywhere over into this area doesn't really gain you much for this rack.
Well, where would you put it then? Where would you?
I would probably play I'd call the 13 into the 15.
Oh, is that what he's?
And bring the cue ball back down into here, but
okay,
just to kind of.
He's He's calling safe, I think. He might be playing your shot to get the cue ball back down.
I mean, if he can sit it right there.
Oh, no. Okay. Maybe he was actually playing the combo there. It's hard to know exactly what he had called.
Yeah, if you can pocket the 7 in the side, doesn't lead to super tough position on the 3. Oh, the 1. Wow. You know, when the object ball grips down the rail so hard like that, I'm like, you know how close to pocketing that ball you were? Like, I mean, it was practically inside the pocket, but just enough of that point. That's all it takes. $15, $14, $11, $13, $10. Not quite a roadmap, but it's pretty stinking close.
Yeah, I think he wanted to be a little straighter on the 11.
I think he's going 14 first here.
Yeah. Well, we could take the 13 right now, too. But I agree that the 14 is kind of over there. You want to get that and come back into this area. There we go. That's really pretty. It's got to be pretty precise, I think, with your leave on. Are you going 11, 13, 10 or 11, 10, 13?
11, 13, 10, yeah. Because
Right. I see it. And the 8 ball is so natural to the side. As long as you're straight on this 10. Yeah, it's perfect. Go forward, and Tom JOYCE could have himself a 4-3 lead.
and the break, I believe.
And the break. Yeah. That was a crucial missed shot from Zach. Does not get a second chance at the table. You don't get many second chances in this bracket.
I was just trying to see on the YouTube here where our viewer content is.
It is right there.
All right.
Not a whole lot. We got a handful of people watching, but that's because we got the elite finals going on Rahana's On the Wire Creative Media. Damian Pong Panic is up 2-0 over Chad Raswick. This is the second set of the finals, so Damian trying to double dip. Chad, he's got to get something going. It's 3-0 now, excuse me. Score just changed. So Chad is breaking on that. All right, so back to this game. Tom JOYCE with the break and the lead.
What's the next tournament you're going to?
The next one for me will be the Warmo. You and I are going to be road dogs going out to Idaho, playing in the Warmo. That's a 8-ball tournament in Twin Falls, Idaho at the Pocket, Twin Falls. And Carl Wormersley, proprietor there, runs a great place. I've never been there. I can't wait to get out to the Idaho area and check out the pool scene out there. It's been on my bucket list for a long time. So really looking forward to playing in that. It's a $100 buy-in. It's called the Warmo. And I think there's still spots available. I think they get, what is the cap on players? It was huge. It was a 4-day tournament.
Yeah, it's going to be, I think they do singles and Scotch doubles. And they do singles, both men's and women's. I think this is the key shot in the rack right now, drawn back and getting good on this 12 ball. I think his ideal draw line is going to be something like this. Anywhere along that line, he'll be good.
Now he's kind of come off your line a little bit.
I think he's still okay. It's a little bit more of a riskier line that he was on, but
we got 8-ball drama.
yeah, it might still go on the side. If it does, I think we'll see the 13, 10, 9, and then the 11 ball. Here's the key ball. But if it doesn't go, he's probably going to come 2 rails at it right now. Or 1 rail with inside. I actually don't mind taking the 9 from here with a little bit of outside and trying to running into it that way doesn't get you a whole lot of results just because of the 4 ball, but it definitely is a pretty natural breakout line.
Oh, a little bit of body movement there from Tom. I saw him kind of get up on that stroke, and I think that caused the miss on that. I'm not sure. I think he was really focused on breaking out that 8-ball on that shot, and so he had a lot going on his mind. But yeah, watching that in the replay in YouTube, and when he watches it back, he'll see it right away as well. Just that little extra head movement at the end of his stroke caused that to go offline a little bit.
Going for the breakout here. It's got to get a little fortunate to get a shot afterwards. Oh, what a beautiful interaction.
So smooth. So smooth. He made that look so easy, and it was not. What are you doing with the 3-7, Trevor?
I'm coming into it right now with the 1 ball.
Okay.
Almost pure out. Oh, he's playing the 6. Maybe he can't see the 1.
Well, you could play the 6 and then go. Yeah, he's going to go off this rail and back maybe this way.
Oh, he's back cutting.
No, is he back cutting? Okay. Oh.
3.
All right. Things are getting testy now. You could play the 7 in the side. It goes off the. You could play it right now. 7 in the side goes off the 13.
I think the 3 on the side is a little bit less of a thin cut, a little easier to keep control of your cue ball.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that's available. That is the best opportunity. I didn't know if it cleared the 7. You're probably right. It does look like the 3 clears the 7, so that should be the best opportunity. A little less cut, but no, he's going 7 in the side. That's what he's aiming at.
I think the cue ball, if he's playing the 7, it's likely going to be kind of tracking along this line.
Yeah. Nope, he's going 1 ball. He says, I'll deal with this later. I'll come back later for the 3-7. Nope. Oh. Cutting it. Oh, he takes out the 1. That's helpful.
Oh, that's perfect on the 5.
It's perfect on the 5. This is really, that was a very beneficial shot. He opened up a pocket, too, for the 8. A little extra pocket now is available for the 8 at the end. And less for Tom to shoot at if he does get back to the table.
I'm almost wondering if you can pocket it on the side, run your cue ball, and get on the 7 into the side.
Yeah, I think that's the right play. I was looking at that as well.
Don't necessarily like trying to go for the breakout here just because.
Oh, yeah, I don't either. It's unpredictable. If you can hold it below the 7, He did go for the breakout.
Hey.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. So he got lucky, and then he got unlucky, right? So it's like, how fortunate was that breakout that he got?
Yeah.
Because I don't think he was intentionally coming into that 10 ball to break this out. He was trying to go straight into it. So he got lucky that things worked out like that. If that hadn't scratched, he would have been in a really great spot with some good luck. But it's like good luck and bad luck happened right back to back on the same shot. And that's a real heartbreaker for Zach because that was a really good shot on the 1 ball.
Yeah. I also think that this is the time to take a bathroom break in between this next rack. Just recollect yourself.
That's a good point.
Because if you take that frustration to your next rack, it can compound upon itself.
And let's see if he does. Let's see, speaking of breaks. Oh, he looks like he's just going to get right up there and rack them. So we're going to get back to the we're going to talk about the best shots contest for EvoSports. If you're on an EvoSports table, you can take a clip of your shot anywhere during the tournament and send it in. The winner of this contest gets a free entry into the singles for 9 ball, and the second place gets a Jam Up EvoSports jersey. Super cool. The top 10 best shots, will get on a highlight reel video that will be played millions and millions of times. And I'll give you the rules for that. The best shots rules. It must be played during the event on an official game during the event, not like practice. It must be on an EvoSports stream. You got to submit your shot on EvoSport on your Facebook or Instagram page. So you just make a post on your Facebook page, basically, and paste the link to that clip. And if you don't know how to take a clip on a YouTube video, it's pretty easy. There's a pair of scissors icon at the bottom of your video, a little button that says clip. So you want to take that clip, and they'll give you a link that generates a link to just that shot that you clip. And it's super easy. You can impress all of your friends with your best shot. And hashtag Evo highlights is what you need to put on it so that we see it. And we evaluate it with our panel of judges to see if it qualifies to be on one of the top 10 best of the tournament. Okay, so back to the
off of the 8 here, I think, is the shot.
Don't think he was calling the 12 in the corner. He was not. Stuff is getting tied up now. And I'm just going to take a peek around the room, see if anybody needs any help. I'll be right back.
Looks like he's going to be playing some inside, trying to get into the 1 ball. So 14 going the side. Playing safe. How do you get into a winning position on this rack? Cut the 6. Hope for the best. 8 ball's a little bit dicey. I wouldn't want to fire at this. That may do it. The 1 ball goes by. Still a lot of work, but I think that and 2 in the corner. You almost have to know that you're going to get on the 5 next, though, if you're going to take that on. If you're 8 feet tall, you could take the 5 and draw into the 1. That's a big stretch over balls. Or not in the 1, into the 2. Onto the 5 ball nicely. It's a tight line through 14 and the 3. Might run into the 14.
All right, I'm back. Just wanted to make sure that 130 matches got going.
Looks like Tom pointing at the 5 like he was going to play the bank at it. Maybe he was just talking himself through things. Yep, this is a head scratcher rack for sure, Tom. I think this wanted to take on the hero shot here and slicing that 3. It could be a game winner.
Yeah, but you could also, a lot can go wrong too.
Not when you think positive.
Okay. Is that what he's going for?
I think he's banking it.
Okay. Yeah, the problem, maybe he called the 5. He did not call the 5, or he did?
I think he did.
He did call the 5. Okay. Oh man, but the 3 ball comes around, goes in the side, and he's still not. Now he's basically put his opponent in a great spot.
10 ball's still somewhat problematic, but with the 13 there, so available.
He was really hoping that 3 ball was going to go 2 rails and break out the cluster, opening something up. But those kind of shots are wish and a prayer, right, when it comes to what you're going to end up with. There's no real calculation that you can put in your head of what you're going to get afterwards. But it was a high percentage to draw into that and pocket that 5 ball.
Right.
It was a high percentage of making it. It's just very unpredictable as what the outcome is going to be afterwards.
I don't know about nudging this.
Yeah, I don't like even messing with anything over there, but if you give up ball in hand, you're going to be in a bad spot too.
Slow kicking at the 7 doesn't give you a lot. Hard to tie up a ball here. Can't fire much. That 8 ball is in a very life or death situation.
Just as Tom was scratching his head on the last shot, now we got Zach scratching his head going, yeah. What in the world am I going to do? Do you have any ideas?
No.
There are no good ideas anyway. Yeah, I got some bad ideas.
That's not
terrible.
It's not terrible.
It'll at least make Tom work for it.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically hoping on something going your way when he shoots the 13 ball. like getting on the 13 ball if at all possible from here, just letting it track. Well, yeah, it's hard to put any sort of speed when you're that uncomfortable.
Yeah, with the bridge and shooting over a ball, it's easy to miscue. So he's going to have to take the 9 and then get the right line on the 13. Oh, he's got, of course, the 15. I'm not even paying attention to that.
Got able. He's fine.
Does he get the line that he wants?
Negative.
Negative. He needed to be on the other side of that 13 to pocket the 13 and bump the 1 to loosen up the 10. He didn't get there. Does the 10 cut?
I think it does.
Oh, wow. That changes everything.
Yes, it does.
That changes everything. And it looks like we're going to just see a stop shot here.
Nicely executed.
Yep, being jacked up over the ball. That was really nice. Good cueing. But Tom is definitely showing why he is here in this spot, and he's going to take this thing down by a score of 6-3 with this 8 ball. Tom JOYCE advancing to the next round, and that's going to be it for Zach.
Nice tournament, though, Zach.
Yep, finishing the money. Good job, Tom JOYCE.
Thanks for everybody tuning in now and later.
Yep, and just to let you know, if you want to check it out, Chad Raswick, Damian Ponkpanek are on the Wire Creative Media. It is 3-1.